Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another video. Keisha here. Obviously, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please take a quick second to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you like the content that I have been producing lately and you want to see more. And be sure to leave me a comment asking a question or just sharing your perspective or feedback with me. You know, I love hearing from you all. So I'm super excited to announce that I have just launched my brand new podcast. The name of my podcast is called the Soul Purpose Podcast. As you all know, I am a soul purpose career coach. So I help women to identify what their true life purpose is, what their soul calling is in this life, start to step into that, start to be paid for it, and really go out and do great things in the world, because I firmly believe when women are healthy and happy and thriving, the entire world benefits from that. So one of the really great things about this podcast is that it gives you more insight into what I'm like as a coach. On YouTube, I see this as more like conversational, more educational, informational kind of content, whereas with my podcast, I'm doing more coaching. So you're gonna get some gentle reminders in my podcast, but you're also gonna get some content that really triggers you, some stuff that's really hard to hear. You're gonna hear me speaking more firmly sometimes as I'm speaking truth about what's going on and some of the realities that maybe you haven't been willing to face in your own life. So if you've been curious about what I'm like as a coach, the podcast is a really great way to start to kind of delve into that. Of course, a podcast can't capture what it's like to work with someone one-on-one in real time, but there's a certain energy that I'm putting into this podcast that I don't typically put into my YouTube videos. So you'll get to know me better. You'll get to know what I'm like better. And perhaps that will help you determine if whether or not I might be the right coach for you to help you work on your goals and dreams. So the Soul Purpose Podcast, I'm really excited about because you all know I have a mission to really help women identify why they're here. You know that I went through burnout in my career as a mental health therapist. And here's the thing that I've realized from my personal experience is that there are a lot of women, some of you watching, I'm sure, who are currently in careers that are kind of dead end careers in the sense that it's not really what you're meant to be doing. It's not what you were born to do. It's something that you're doing to pay the bills. It's something that you're doing because it's good enough for now. But you know that if you're honest with yourself, you really do feel this calling in your heart and soul and spirit to do something more with your life, to do something else with your life. And maybe you don't know what that thing is. You just have this like kind of inner knowing that you're called for more. And for some of you, you do know what you desire to be doing, but for whatever reason, you haven't felt like you've been able to move forward in that. So this podcast is going to be a really good activator for you to really help you to start to develop the courage to start taking actionable steps in your day-to-day life, because it does take courage, right? If it were easy breezy, anybody could do it, we would all be in our dream purpose career, right? But most of us are not. So I hope that this podcast acts as an activator for you, as a source of support and guidance for you, as tough love for you when you know that you really need to hear it in order to move forward and make some changes in your life. I hope that it inspires you to stop living in fear. I hope that it inspires you to stop playing small, stop settling, and really go after what it is that you want in your life, because this is your one and only life. And if you don't set the standard, someone else is going to set the standards for you, and you're not going to be happy with that. So another cool thing that I love about this podcast is that I actually get to speak as myself. But this is an unedited podcast. I hit record, I start talking. I don't go back and edit anything. I don't write anything down. I don't take any notes, much like I do with YouTube. So what you're getting is in the moment as it's coming out of me, through me in real time, which is something that I really love. So you're gonna hear me stutter sometimes, stumble. I might mix up my words and lose my train of thought, but hey, that's life. That's what happens when it's unedited. So I'm really excited about that. I also curse in that podcast, which I don't do on YouTube because I have more freedom to do that in my podcast, and that's the way I actually talk. So again, this is really an exciting way for me to create more content for you, to provide more value for you, to express myself fully and authentically, kick it up a notch, in a way that I can't do here on YouTube. And I'm excited to get to know you all better through you listening to my content and hopefully engaging with me. And if you listen to the content that I provided in my podcast and you're loving it so far, please take just a few minutes, like 1 to 2 minutes, if even, to leave me a 5-star review on my podcast, because reviews are so important. And the more 5-star reviews that I have, the more women can find me, the more people that I can help and hopefully inspire to really start going after their dream life and their dream career. So the podcast is available through Apple, iTunes Podcasts. It's also available on Spotify. So if you subscribe, go ahead and leave me a comment below letting me know that you subscribe to my podcast. I'm so excited. I love you all so much. Thank you all for your support. Let me know what kind of podcast episodes that you would like to hear from me. Anything about ambition, motivation, developing courage, confidence, entrepreneurship. I'm going to be talking about money mindset, wealth consciousness. I'm going to be talking about the energy of a leader, how to start stepping up and being a leader of yourself, leader in your community, leader in business, whatever applies to you. So there's going to be so much juicy, really great information there. And like I said, I'm not holding anything back. I'm going to give it to you real and raw, because sometimes that's what we need to start making serious changes in our lives. And you all know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So I will be back really soon in the next video. Until then, take care, be well, and I hope to see you on my podcast. Bye.